The key to life is just to find out who you are, and if you're kinky, that's just how you're meant to be. We found a place on the Rev Mel Show where we can all be one perverted family.
Are you in the chat room?
No, you guys have a chat room? Yeah, no, I just went.
They just typed in soggy wieners.
That's scary.
There's a whole bunch of people in the chat room. There's a whole bunch of people watching the show and listening.
Well, I'm probably at the wrong place because I'm on Rev Mel and Jane O'Brien's non-denominational ordained ministers and officiates.
You gotta be.
And I'm in their chat room, and I don't think they understand what I'm talking about. So it's kind of scary.
They say, my wiener is bone dry and bone hard.
I got an anteater, so...
An anteater? How did
you know what
an
anteater is?
Did somebody forewarn you and told you some of the questions that I asked?
No, not at all.
Oh my God, nobody forewarned you?
Wow.
No, am I in trouble?
Well, I do ask questions like, John, how big is your cock?
You'll have to ask somebody else who possibly measured it. It all depends how skinny or fat I am.
Oh, no, it depends.
Like, I'm worse than Oprah, man. You think Oprah yo-yos? I have a worse yo-yo than Oprah. So, like, it goes anywhere between 2 and 3 inches, depending on how fat I am.
So 2 or 3. So you got big balls and little balls. See, we're getting those questions.
Oh, come on! Nobody's ever asked me these questions ever.
No. Don't worry, we'll get
my
to
left one's big, my right one's a little small. So the right one's the runt of the litter.
So they're 2 different sizes?
Interesting to hear.
That would be interesting. Cock and ball torture on 2 different size balls. You'd have to use different size
Thank
clips.
God I'm not into that, you know? Thank God. Why, did you like to give cock and ball torture?
My guest does. My guest is Mistress Isis here in Los Angeles. Isis.
Could be ours for right now.
Isis. I'll stay away from her.
She's really good at what she does.
I am.
You know, and that's even more reason to stay away.
We could make a submissive out of you, John. But you're not a submissive. Are you a dominant?
I'm very comfortable with my sexuality. It all depends, you know. If somebody asks me to clean the dishes, I'll clean the dishes without thinking twice.
Yeah.
But in the bedroom, I've never been submissive in my life. I don't think I can. Well, that's a lie. I was in a relationship for 8 years where we never had sex. We were gonna wait till we got married. And she wasn't comfortable with her sexuality at that age. We were pretty young. So she would always freeze up but I would try to make a move first. You know, and this is when we're just making out, right?
Yeah.
So I got to the point where I'm like, I love her so much, I might as well just be submissive. This way I never have to freak her out.
Oh.
So I tried that out. It didn't work so well.
So how old were you when you lost your virginity to a woman?
And then the next question is when I lost a virginity to a man, and then an elf.
Are you an equal opportunist person? You know we're videotaping all this. So really, no. How old were you when the first time you had sex?
I was 13, and the next time I had sex twice when I was 13, and the next time I was 23.
13?
I took a 10-year hiatus.
Well, they're in the chat room. One says that you're a player.
No, everybody says that. Don't players get play?
And they want to know what's this thing about a gerbil.
I have no clue what you're talking about. That's a rumor I need to know about. That's something you call Richard Gere about the gerbil.
Richard Gere.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I heard Richard Gere has more experience with gerbils than I have.
Yeah, I don't understand the gerbil thing.
Stalking you.
They're stalking you.
Scary. Why would people want to listen to me? I sound stupid.
Hey, these are your Los Angeles fans.
They're all FetLife members.
They're all FetLife. All these people that are in the chat room are also FetLife members.
Well, thank you, everybody, for supporting the site. We really work our ass off to try to give you the best possible experience that you guys deserve, and has been lacking in our community for so damn fucking long. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to swear.
I agree with you 100%. That's why I did TSR Network, because I wanted really good educational videos that people could really watch and see the pillars of the community and listen to the pillar of the communities.
So how is asking me how big my penis is, how is that educational?
Educational.
I do that because, you know, this is the key to why I do that. When someone first comes on my show, they're a little nervous. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
and when I get them to laugh and put this information out, it kind of lightens up the mood.
No, I totally understand.
So I didn't ask you if you ever taken it in the ass, though.
No, I haven't. I have a guy who's like, biggest fan in the world was to do that, but it never happened. Sorry.
I guess nobody forewarned. I guess Jay Wiseman didn't forewarn you. In fact, Jay Wiseman gave me the greatest answers. It was.
Did he ever take it in the ass? I want to know.
You'll have to watch the video.
Come on now.
We just relaunched TSR. It used to be Talking Sex Radio, and we relaunched it to the new site, and we're putting up all the videos. So every day we're going to be putting up a few more videos. So there's going to be something more to watch and listen to.
Well, I'm looking forward to finding out the truth.
You're gonna have. When I get it up, I'll email you. In fact, you're not even my friend on FetLife. We're gonna have to change that.
Fix that.
Well, what's your nickname on FetLife?
Rev Mel.
Well, that makes sense. FetLife.com/Rev Mel.
Yeah, it's Rev Mel. It's on FetLife, so you'll be able to see my little picture and red hair. But I'm really blonde and gray, so I'm a cougar.
I like cougars.
Ooh. Oh, is this love in the making?
I remember your picture.
What?
I remember your picture from a long time ago.
Of course.
I've seen your face many times.
Yeah, you've seen me probably on the places that we don't like. But there's a time and a place for everything, and I'm really glad to know that you're also have FetLife, not because you want to it's always about money and milking our people dry with money this.
Well, if that was the case, things would be much different.
Oh, I know.
The objective is just to be able to. I mean, it's basically walking the fine line of being able to afford the best possible talent to create the best possible product. I mean, because we're competing against people like Twitter and Facebook,
yes,
who have hundreds of millions of dollars in investment.
Yes.
So it's balancing, bringing in enough money to be able to afford the best possible talent to create the best possible product. While not trying to take too much money from the community or make it difficult for the large majority, and not. How do I explain it? Without really giving the opportunity for everybody to be able to enjoy and appreciate FetLife and not have different levels of entry like you would at alt.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing on FetLife that you can't see unless you donate $5 a month is videos. But I mean, that's all.
Why is that? I want to ask you that question. Why is that?
That's a great question. Why is it that we don't let everybody view videos? Well, it has to do with the cost. The cost would be extremely, extremely prohibitive. Videos are extremely bandwidth intensive.
Yeah. So
as is, we spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars every month just on servers. I mean, we have 15 servers.
Yeah.
And on top of that, we do terabytes and terabytes and terabytes of data transfer already. So it has a lot to do with cost, and it had a lot to do with the fact that people were supporting FetLife, but they were never supporting FetLife to the level that we needed to be able to survive without having any incentive.
Yeah.
As much as people have good hearts, if there's no incentive, the majority of people will postpone and say, "Okay, tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow." So we had to find a way to say, okay, what is the right thing to ask for people, to ask them to donate, so that we can be self-sufficient. Because you have to ask yourself, is it better that there is no FetLife, or that there is a FetLife, but we charge for additional features. We never took anything away from the community whatsoever. Yeah. We added more and asked people to donate to be able to have that more.
Yeah. We have another question in the chat room. Richard?
Yes, Robert would like to know if you could put FetLife on the stock market so that members can buy shares.
Okay, here's the question. Robert would like to know.
It's a good question. I heard it.
Heard it.
Why don't we have some type of I heard. Okay, ask it again just to make sure I got it perfectly.
Would it be possible to make FetLife available on the stock market to its members so they could own shares?
No, it's impossible.
Send me the money.
Dollars to get on the stock market, to say the least. And to be on the stock market, at the end of the day, you have to have a very strong business model. Because the second we go on the stock market, we don't answer to the members, we answer to the investors.
Yes.
And then the investors control what goes on in FetLife. So it'll be purely about profits. Look at FetLife very differently. But that does not mean that we could do some type of venture funding through members of the site.
Is there any venture capitalists that are interested in investing into FetLife at this moment?
There is no, there's two answers to that. Any of the venture capitalists that I look up to would not touch anything in the adult industry with a 10-foot pole. And I'm talking about venture capitalists that will bring value to the site. And because when you get a venture capitalist, it's not just about getting the money, but it's about getting all their experience to help grow the site.
Yes.
At the end of the day, venture capitalists, they're looking at not just buying into the site, but then making 10 to 20 times their money on the exit. So if they get into the site, if let's say FetLife was worth, $5 million. Let's just throw out any number. Basically, their objective is when they invest money and buy a certain percentage of the company at a $5 million valuation, they want the site to be sold for $100 million. How does the site become worth $100 million?
Yes.
It's because they bring in a lot of money. And how do they bring in the money? Well, they're going to bring in the money on the backs of the kinky community.
How many members do you have on FetLife? Do you know?
270,000.
270,000. Do you know that MySpace, when they sold, how they got the value of the company was that they sold, it was $10 a year for each member. So you got a lot of money coming.
Well, it's really, it all depends. Listen, at the end of the day, you're only worth what somebody's willing to pay for you. You can get valuations from anybody, but at the end of the day, if nobody's willing to pay it, nobody's willing to pay it. Now, having said that, people have courted us and tried to buy it from us, and at the end of the day, we're not looking to sell the site.
Yeah.
Because anybody else who got their hands on it would fuck it up.
Yeah.
Because, at the end of the day, it's business for them. We really are passionate about what we're trying to do, and we want to destroy the competition because we feel they've brought absolutely no value to our community.
Yeah.
And we want to put them in their place. I like fights, and I'm frigging going to fight this one to the death. I want to put alt.com out of business. I want to put bondage.com out of business. And anybody else who either is going to change their ways and try to bring value to the community. And if they beat me at it, that's great. But that means the kink community...
But not Talking Sex Radio or TSR Network. We have the same values, so you're not going to put me out of business.
Yeah, so I'm trying to stir the pot, and that's what I'm doing. And, I'm thinking I'm going to be here for the next 10 years. We're going to be releasing our T-shirt line in the next couple of weeks. So we're expanding outwards, and I can't wait till we launch that.
Well, I've got a great guy that makes T-shirts. I'm just teasing. He's great. He did ours. He did our TSR, the Rev Mel Show T-shirts. They're fabulous. But he's here in Los Angeles.
Nice.
So, when you launched FetLife, did you expect it to take off so quickly?
It didn't take off quickly. That's a misconception.
When did you launch it?
The first month, we had less than 100 members.
Yeah.
It was only after the 9th or 12th month that it started taking off. So it was a lot of continuing. There's constant lot of constantly improving the software, constantly knocking on people's doors and saying, please try the site, tell me what you think. I'd love to get your feedback on how we can improve it.